Howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Wherein, boy, my hands really hurt a lot today. Yay. Nerve damage, fibromyalgia. It's a plus. Feels like my hands have been beat with hammers. Anyway, though, first off, I wanted to thank absolutely everybody for coming along with me on this daily journey of exploration. I am nobody. I am not an obnoxious jerk like one of the Paul brothers. I'm not filled with energy like Markiplier. I'm older, and I'm physically and mentally broken, though I'm doing my best to recover. I'm a nobody. And thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey of exploration and recovery after the death of my wife, my lifelong depression, my alcoholism, and as a child, the no fun then either. So, yay, it is appreciated to no end. Also, start off with the Shelton, Washington weather, plague, rat, and spider report. Weather, it was nice-ish. It was damp, but it was nice-ish yesterday. And when I was out walking, there were stars and altered lip in the way I scratch, and suddenly my voice doesn't sound right, does it? There were stars and a little bit of clouds, and it was kind of cold, but it was nice, and it was a good walk. I walked all around town, and it was a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. As it is for right now, good Lord. One of the things, when I'm not recording, my nose does not itch as much. Once I start recording, my nose really starts to itch like that. That's one of the things. When you are recording or some such, you become more aware of certain things, like your appearance, which means you're thinking of your face. When you think of that, increased attention does stuff like increase blood flow because of increased attention, which causes stuff to itch. So yeah, when I turn on my webcam, my nose starts to itch because I'm thinking about my appearance, which means there's the feedback loop, and then suddenly, I'm aware of every little thing happening around my nose and upper lip. Thumbs up for that. But for the rest of all that, the weather, it is dark outside, and I've got something falling down in my eye. It is dark outside, there is no wind, it's not raining, it's damp, but, that's the way life is, and my glasses are absolutely filthy. Thumbs up for that. But for the plague rat report, of course, I had to go to Safeway. I didn't have to go to Safeway. I chose to go to Safeway so that I would have soda and such to drink this morning. And of course, there's this one person that's just no face mask at all, in the middle of all of us trying, and she's just standing there. None. So, joy. Especially now, as stated, there's this new strain that all around in Europe, they're locking down to try and limit the spread of this new strain. But here in the U.S., nah, come on in. We're ready. So thumbs up on that. So, weather, plague, rat, and spider report. Oh, spider report. I haven't really seen any gangly leg spiders around today. I know they're here because yesterday, after I finished recording, the continued drama of the one gangly leg spider in the bathroom continued, so thumbs up on that. But I haven't seen any since last night when I was going to bed. I haven't seen any this morning. The garden spider over in the corner, she's still with me. Yay! I do like that. I have grown very accustomed to having a garden spider in a web in that corner of the room. I like it. It's a very good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. There are a lot of things that I wanted to talk about. Probably I'm not going to be remembering all of them. First off, I'm going to say here it's from June to I'm not sure when. I've got at least a few names of people who donated to me on PayPal. I'm trying to thank everybody in the past year who has donated. And anybody who, of course, donates new and now up top of the list. But I'm trying to go back a full year to thank people. My depression has finally lifted enough. I can do that. Thank you so very much. But one of the things I wanted to talk about with this is there was a commenter. I don't really want to go with the full names and all that just because of stuff, but Melissa Thank you for the cat food, and this is completely awesome. I have not opened this yet, but I have never seen this, and I have heard nothing but good, and seen from various clips online nothing but good about this. I was told in the note that I do not have to even watch if I don't want to. Oh, I'm going to be. I sure am. Thank you so very, very much. This is awesome. This makes it a nice Christmas, because I don't really have any family anymore. With my wife dead, my parents having died just a few years back, my children are being taken care of by other people. I mean, one of them, my daughter, is like almost 21 years old, and she lives in Montana. And then my son, he's still in town here. He suffers from ADHD. I can tell from talking to him. He's got the same issues that I got. So, but past that, like I said, it's thank you. Thank you. You made my Christmas nicer. A very good thing. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Also, as just a really weird aside, because this was funny, I have a quote-unquote oil rig, which is, if you use cannabis, there are various types, and there's a concentrate, and then you have to use the concentrate with a rig, because it's like an oil, and you heat up part of that with the fire. You put the concentrate into what you've heated up, you inhale the vapors after it goes through water, blah, blah, blah. This, of course, takes butane. You know, I'm introducing carbon gases back into the atmosphere. But the thing is, you know, you can refill it. And it's got a base that comes off like this so that you can refill it. And there's the hole where you put the butane in. Yesterday, when I was refilling this, I was holding it by this and pushing on the top, and then suddenly everything just went thwah and fell out. Because this broke off, and this just went schwup out and onto the ground. And I was like, what? That's not right. It's just a plastic canister that you put your butane into. It must be a pretty thick thing so that it doesn't explode under pressure and all that, but that's all it is. And I've put it back together as best I can. And it still works, it's still fine. It's just the parts of it that are decorative have broken off. It's still... I had it all nicely clicked together like Lego beforehand, but I had to take it apart to show you. So, thumbs up for that. Now, the stuff that I do have on my list over here, one, I've been walking around. I have been doing a lot of thinking about various types of characters. One of them that I'd mentioned before is, boy, that just itches so much. That's just crazy. Sorry about that. One of the things I had talked about before, well, things and people, quote unquote, is the character of Sid, who runs the Clown's Head Motel in an unnamed state next to a abandoned cemetery, which isn't really abandoned. Every year there are 1 or 2 burials from one of the old guard clowns who's dying of old age, and they want to be buried in the clown cemetery next to the Clown's Head Motel with the small clown museum annex. So that's a great story setting, and I like the character. I've been doing a lot of thinking about the character because the character Sid is actually, of course, just an aspect of this one being of power, Zithuar, which is Ziduar, but with the way I do my cosmic horror spelling, that is, of course, pronounced Zithuar. So we shorten just to Sid. Every trillion years or so, Zithuar goes to ground for about 1 million years and just sorts through all of its memories, keeps the most important stuff, throws everything else out, rearranges its personality entirely, and then after that 1 million years wakes up and then goes forth again. Now, the reason that it does this is even beings of power have finite brains, and eventually they're going to fill up. You won't be able to remember anything anymore. There's no room. So Zithuar just spend some time rearranging its entire personality, because if you're going to get rid of some memories, what are you trying to keep a continuity of? If you can't remember why you are the way you are, is it important that you are the way you are? What's the importance of that continuity? Well, at that point, there isn't really. So it just tosses out everything but the absolute most necessary for survival, rearranges its personality so that things are different, and then starts over. Luckily for the variant universe where Tithawar has gone to ground, I mean, as Sid is either thinking to itself or talking to someone else, it would take no different expenditure of energy to be horrific and vile, to make the universe scream in agony, to flay the flesh from the bones of reality itself. No difference in expenditure of energy between that and just running the Clown's Head Motel. But sure, it could do all these things. It could have such a cacophony of suffering and death that reality itself would bleed. But, people are trying to rest right now. And Sid's got a motel to run. And the cemetery may look abandoned, but, there's still a lot of old bones. Their resting places need maintenance, and every year there's more of the clowns that need to be buried. People are trying to rest. Why make a focus? A focus? Why make a ruckus? A couple awakenings from now, we'll do that again. But right now, people are just trying to rest. I got a motel to run. Then I got a guy up on the other end of the valley who keeps me well supplied in these, and he's he's always got one of those burning on his desk in his ashtray. Hey, thumbs up. It's a good thing. When he gets bored, in a few billion years after the Earth is gone and the sun itself is starting to die, maybe he'll go poke something to try and stay interested. But for right now, people are just trying to rest. People are just trying to rest. And that's a good thing. Which, of course, makes it really weird because that whole series of stories that I want to write, wherein each short story in it is written as if it's a different author who was given the general outline of what's happening, not given any big details, but just told, go nuts, make it whatever you want, just have it so that it flows story to story. So Sid is different in each different story. It might be just a cultist in one of them with a sleeping god underneath the graveyard. And in another one, Sid is actually a ghoul feeding on the people on the countryside. And in another one, Sid is a different thing. And that's going to be fun. I really like the setting. I really like what I hope to do with it. I just really, really, really need to call up the VA and try and figure out what's going on. Because on the 17th of November, they sent me a letter saying that they were going to make some appointments and get things ready so I could see someone for medications. It's been almost a month. I haven't heard a thing. If I can get myself some ADHD meds, I think I'll be able to write. I think I'll be able to actually do things. That'd be different and nice. Definitely a thumbs up on that. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I am not. I am just thanking you for having left a comment. I'm going to read them all afterward. Thumbs up each one I do and answer as many as I can. But with my executive dysfunction, it's not as easy as I would like. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count an American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, ADHD, mourning, and more, oof, I'm sometimes lucky I can remember what my name is, and I have forgotten that. So we have Yeet Man, thank you very, very much, and there's CHURMMM, CUZ, thumbs up and thank you. Denial, good to see you in the comments. The American Tragedy, thumbs up. Russian Timing, good to see you in comments as well. And we have Kenny Johnson, thumbs up. Boba Fett, greatly appreciated. Kassane, thumbs up. And then there's Hitler with a swastika. Don't like the name, don't like the image, but they say thanks for the video, so thank you. Graphical, thumbs up and thank you. We have Made in Canada, good to see you in the comments. Samantha, thumbs up and thank you. Jack C, thumbs up. Daniel Hayward, nobody is late until they're so late they stop. But thumbs up, good to see people. Christopher Thomas, thumbs up. We have Vinicius Corino. I am nowhere close on your name, but thank you very, very much. And we have Ethan DJC, thumbs up. Pacific Aviation, greatly appreciated. Kapaki, oh, cheese is delicious. Insignificant Nick, I actually recognize your name. Good to see you. And we have Melissa Ramirez. Thank you so very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Sebastian Ferris, good to see you. We have Sean Villar. Thumbs up and good to see you in the comments. And then we have Colin Reisenauer and Ice Damon. Thumbs up and thank you all. Everybody I thanked, those that I could or could not. It is greatly appreciated. You get me out of my head into the world, dealing with real people, if only in text, and that is a definite thumbs up. Thank you so very, very much. If you could check out my various links down below. I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money through the patronage, I have a PayPal link down below. Any donations are greatly appreciated. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wishlist link as well with things like cat food and hamster bedding, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be awesome. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very, very much. And if you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence, a definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be cool and appreciated as well. Well, good golly, Miss Molly, I have this video, I have another video I need to edit and then render. Sure, I need to make some phone calls, but this close to Christmas, a lot of places aren't even open. So, we'll see what I can do. And of course, the lobster hat wearing duck head of judgment suffers from a surplus of scorn. It is ready, not eager, but ready to cast that scorn upon any and all whom it finds disappointing, and its mockery is severe. Do not disappoint the lobster hat wearing duck head of judgment. It suffers from a surplus of scorn. And, don't know why it's controversial, but Black Lives Matter. You know, maybe we shouldn't gun down people in the streets and in their homes just because of the color of their skin. And speaking of that, justice for everybody, the jackbooted, brown-shirted fascist thugs in police uniforms who keep beating, brutalizing, and murdering American citizens in their homes and on the streets. So please, wear a mask, wash your hands, try not to touch your face, stay at home unless you have to go out, and if you do, please practice your social distancing. This thing is it's insanely contagious. It is mutating insanely fast. Please, try to take care of yourself and the people around you. It's the only way we're going to try and get through this. Not even try, just get through this. You take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. Practice your self-care. Stay as creative as you can.